I can't stand no more, cause no more food. I cannot go to school, cause no more money.
Hello and welcome to this special radio talk show here that the TSM or Stage Media for short put down in special Liberian English to help you get the correct story from all the story that you hear on the radio, that you read in the newspaper and on the internet. My name is Seo Watusin, your TSM special or Pidgin English talk show friend. Let's start with this first story here. Mr. Akaros M. Gray, the old lawmaker in the House of Representatives, he's from Moserado County, District 8. Now, the November says he put it down on his Facebook page to say that the lawmaker then were fighting to move the big person fanatic offer from the position. They complain what they put in, they put it to the group of leadership then in the lawmaker House of Representatives instead of they giving it to the speaker the way what their rules say. This problem with one group of lawmakers say the move speaker fanatic offer being going on for some time now, backward and forward. That people, they put plenty things in than what they say the speaker do for which they don't want him. They say he was making corruption and doing some other wrong things that they don't want. So Representative Gray say anybody can ask for any member of the lawmaking house for them to punish that person for wrong thing they do. But that kind of complaint, the rules say you must give it to the speaker straight. Then the speaker will give it to the committee, or either put committee down or the committee that are already there that are looking at some matter like that will give it to them for them to look in that and see how they can come up with their decision. And anybody that you say do wrong, for when you bring their complaint in the lawmaking house, you must be able to bring the proof, what they call the evidence. And they say the rule that say this one here, that rule number 48 in the lawmaker House of Representatives rule then. So TSM decided to check the House number 48 rule to see whether this thing that Honorable Akaros Gray talk that true. To be able to go to the rule 48 before, TSM decided to ask other lawmakers then. For example, one of the lawmakers from Maryland County, they call P. Mark Jure. P. Mark Jure is among the people who say Speaker Kofa Momo from there. So he say the way they're supposed to do the complaint, the part through rule 48 and they now spoil the rule. So they will want to move the speaker from the office, they part through it. But TSM decided to check this one here. And when TSM checked, the rule 48 is say exactly what the Honorable Akaros Gray say. To say no, any complaint, move the speaker from there or punish any member of the lawmaker House of Representatives, you must use rule 48 and take the complaint and give it to the speaker. Then it is a speaker who will pass it on to the committee to look in that matter. So after finish checking all this particular thing, they finish show that they're supposed to carry their complaint and give it to the speaker. So it's correct. So Akaros Gray is correct. The other story here, it comes from one news group on the internet. They call it the Liberian Investigator. They read it in the story on the internet to say that the document paper that those people who in the lawmaker House of Representatives, what they read called resolution to say that they want to take their speaker from office, they say that particular document a loss. That paper also read it down to say because that document paper lost, they decided to write a new one. But after finishing writing all that one and the other old one missing, they say plenty of them, they don't want to sign it, the particular new resolution here. They say that old resolution, that document paper, where they say also that one of the representatives they call Luther Collins, he's the one who they say take it because he was the last person who was signing the paper for them to get the $15,000 that he, Luther Collins, talked about. To say that the people said they were dividing money so that they can move the speaker from there. And he, Luther Collins, say one honorable they call James Collette brought $15,000 to him for him to sign. So after signing now, he took the paper and said this and this and that, what the people want to do, what they're going around here for. So that particular resolution, a loss. To see whether this particular resolution loss is true, TSM decided to contact the Honorable from Maryland County, P. Marjorie, and he said, no, the team of people talking to say that the resolution loss, that's not true. They get it. And in fact, they finished giving it to the big judge in the Supreme Court, one of the big judges in the Supreme Court there. TSM also decided to talk to the chief news person for the big court, lawyer Ambrose Mann. And Ambrose Mann said, when the people came before the judge that time, because Kofa first carried a complaint to the justice in chamber, Yamin Bese, and the judge called them, it was not a case to say he judging between them, what happened, you, what happened, and the other person, what happened. It was only a meeting where all of them hang here. So nobody take any paper where anybody hang here to say what happened and what not happened. So nobody take paper and give it to the judge. So with all this, TSM check and do plenty checking to find out whether it is true that this particular big paper here, a loss for truth, they can't get it. The first one, what they call the original. And TSM actually found out that, yes, the story that our news group put down, Liberian investigator, that our big document paper they call the resolution that the majority bloc put down, a loss. That story is true. Here is one more story. On the internet, what they call website. One page there, it put it down to say that the president of Liberia, Omejo Boakai, they give him money, 150,000 Liberian dollar, that this particular free money, or they call it grant, he giving it to Liberians then. So TSM decided to check all this one here. When TSM started checking the page on the internet, they put one area there where you press it, the computer button on it will open. As soon as it open, it will tell you, oh, thank you, or congratulations, you qualify for the president, You said Boakai money, $150,000 cash. Then they say, saying like this, you must press OK. Then you will start drawing the money out now. When TSM want to do all this one here, they find out that when you press that OK, plenty of other questions then start coming down. They say, you must take the particular information here and share it with 20 other people, and then they will start asking you all kind of questions. So TSM said no. This one we got to check. Use the technique we're on the internet. One of the technique to check whether anything that somebody read on the internet, whether this one are true, they call it scam doc. So TSM check. And when they went to check it, they found out that this one here is not correct at all. In fact, they opened this particular thing here since October last year, 2023. So if we say TSM went to check on the internet and find out that on the internet page, what they call the Executive Mansion web page, Executive Mansion Facebook page, the Executive Mansion right there and say this particular thing, nobody will not pay attention to it. That's a criminal thing. It's not true. President Boakai not giving nobody money in this place here, to giving out $150,000 to Liberian. TSM, depending on all the people where he check with and the particular technique he used, the scam dog, find out that this particular one here is a fake thing. When something is not true, the other word for it is fake. On November 7, 2024, one Liberian newsman, they call journalist, Mr. Luis Esther, he working for this radio station they call Cloud Radio. He put it down on the internet to say that two police officers, that people they were fighting. What business they were fighting for? These police officers, Mr. Luis Esther, said they were fighting over pork. They pork meat. This pork here, the people face it in a way that they season it good. So when you come, you want piece of A, you pay the price, then you take the get plenty to pay them on it. Yet you can eat it. So he said that the two police officers that were fighting for in Painsville the other day. TSM decided to check all this one here to find out whether this road Mr. Luis put down that true. You know, the Liberia police, that's the number one security group that the government put down since 1956. That will be the one to make sure, number one, what they call number one law enforcement agency, in making sure that people don't break the rule anywhere. So for somebody to say two police officers fighting over common thing like that, they will get the concern for TSM. So TSM decided to check. But when TSM decided to check, they find out that this story, it was not two Liberian police officers that were fighting. one Liberian police officer who working for the police unit they call the PSU. They decided to ask the person who can talk for the Liberian National Police, Madam Cecilia Clark. Madam Cecilia Clark say that story where the journalist pulled down, he said it happened on GSA Road. In fact, it ain't happened on GSA Road. It happened in Dupont Road. And the particular fighting, it happened between the Liberian police officer from the PSU and the city police officer from the Prince City Police. Clark say the city police tried to catch a motorbike, and the police officer say the people police officer then they're not their area. The motorbike was far from their control area, so they're not supposed to catch this one here. So they started fighting. The fighting was so serious that TCO Clark say the city police officer even said went for manpower. They sent for manpower from the people police headquarters. So too, the people that were there, they too sent for manpower from the Zone 5 police station. So the how the fighting was happening. After the story that Cecilia Clark tell the TSM people, they still decided to really get the correct one. So they asked the chief news person to the Pittsburgh City Corporation, Mr. Jeremiah Dijen. Mr. Jeremiah Dijen said, yes, it is true that confusion happened between Pittsburgh City police officer there and one PSU police officer, the Liberian National Police. In fact, he said the fighting was so serious that two Pittsburgh City police officers there, they had. He said when this thing was happening, the Pittsburgh City police officer say, I am police officer from the Pittsburgh City Corporation. But the Liberian policeman said, my friend, you say you police officer from Pittsburgh City Police, bring your ID card. But Jeremiah just said that at that particular time, that Pittsburgh City police officer will not get an ID card on him. So the PSU officer said, no, he can't agree with something that they said. The push of fire now, don't mean they start fighting. The whole thing, it happened like that, and then it went under control. But what TSM want you to know here is that the thing that happened, that newsman he pulled down to say the people were fighting over pork. No, that one is not the reason. It's not true. Fighting take place for true that the people ain't fight over pork, but they fight over different things. Well, this is all we have for you on the Stage Media Pidgin English radio talk show, bringing you stories that TSM finish checking you hear on radio, in newspaper, and on the internet. Checking out true story from the first one there. My name is Seo Watosi, your TSM Pidgin English friend, and I want to say thank you for listening to this program here. We will come your way again. Bye-bye and God bless you.